next speaker really needs no introduction. He talks about our city being a compassionate city. I've lived in New York, I've lived in Pittsburgh, I've lived in Chicago. I've never seen a mayor more available than our fine mayor. Help to the microphone, the Honorable Greg Fischer.
All right, good evening, West Louisville. How are we feeling here today? Man, what a blessing we've had to know the champ, be around the champ, be around his brother, Rudy. Rock, good to have you in the house over here, brother. Thank you so much. I want to ask you guys a couple questions. Why did it start in this house right here? Why did it start in this house right here? And do you think Cassius Clay, later Muhammad Ali, knew that he was going to be the greatest? Why was he the one? Why can't you be the one? When he was your all's age, he was your age one time, sleeping next to his brother Rudy right over here, playing games of Clue, eating hot dogs, just a kid. But he was going to say he was going to be the greatest. He was going to be the greatest. Did he have any obstacles growing up? Do some of you guys have obstacles growing up to be the greatest? You guys got obstacles. You hear about it. People will tell you you have obstacles. People are going to tell you this is going to get in your way. People are going to tell you you can't be anybody. Champ heard that. Champ grew up in a bad time in our country, where white people lived somewhere, black people lived somewhere. Black people couldn't even use the same water fountains as white people. He wasn't supposed to succeed in his life. The odds were against him. You all might think the odds are against you too. Don't let anybody ever tell you that. You might say, okay, they're against me, but I'm gonna do something. Because I guarantee you, when the champ, as a young kid, saw the odds were against him, that just made him work harder. That made him say, I'm gonna prove those people. That lit a fire inside of him. And how did he respond to adversity? Did he pick up a gun? Did he say, I'm gonna kill somebody? He said, maybe I need to grow some skills. Maybe I need to learn how to box. He wasn't looking for a quick answer. He put his head down and he went to work. He knew that everybody was the same. If somebody tells you you're poor, you can't do anything, you look them right back in the eye and say, I may not have any money, but I am not poor in spirit. We see the great champion Muhammad Ali, and we see him dance on the biggest stages in the world. But when you asked him, champ, why were you the greatest? And he'd say in his way that only he could say things, that he had the vision, and he had the courage, and he eventually had a lot of friends. End up having a lot of friends or people that say you're friends when you're famous. But he said, what people never realized was, I got up before anybody else, I worked harder, and I did the road work. Okay? A lot of people want to be the greatest, but they won't get up and do the road work. So whether it's your school work, your dancing career, being a doctor, being a chef, whatever it is, you've got to do the work. And where did the champ live this? Where did he learn this? Right here. Parkland, West Louisville. He only became the greatest because of this neighborhood in West Louisville, in this city. And for some reason, God put him on this earth and gave him all these experiences for it to come together in some magnificent stew like we have never seen before. And he left this house, Central High School graduate, class of 1960, Jefferson County Public Schools, just like most of you all are in JCPS. Want you to say we can be the greatest school district in the world as well, by you making it that way. But he left got on a plane, was afraid to get on the plane, Rudy. Flew to Italy, and what'd he do? Won a gold medal. It's one thing to be the greatest in your neighborhood. It's another thing to be the greatest in your city, and your state, and your country. But there's only one person that gets to become the greatest in the world. So for the kids, when you think you're doing pretty good, ask yourself, who's the best in the world and how are you going to do that? Now, the question before us today, as we think about our brother, our uncle, our grandfather, however you looked at the champ, and we saw the whole arc of his life, from birth to when he suffered with great dignity with Parkinson's and taught us how to age gracefully, and died with his last breath wanting to help people. The question he would ask today, because he was good at creating big goals, is what would he want us to do now? While we look at him as a great boxer, did you notice how the latter part of his life was spent? It wasn't boasting about how big and bad he was in the boxing ring. It was about challenging us to help other people. Something as simple as that. Being a compassionate man. How do you make people happy? Be compassionate. How do you make yourself happy? Be compassionate. Help somebody else. It's not complicated. Get out and raise your hand. Now, he did that. And Dr. Barber talked about it because he was very clear. So I want to go into a teaching mode just for a minute, Chris. Nobody achieves greatness without a vision and a plan and writing it down. And the champ did that. You might think it's old school, but there is no quick cut to success. When you study everybody that's done anything, athletics, business, nonprofits, religion, they all have the same characteristics. So the champ said, here's my secret to life. I'm going to write down what I stand for. And as I read this, I'm going to give you all a homework assignment to the kids and to the parents here. I want you to think about what you stand for and what you want to be known for in your life. So here's what the champ said. He said, forget the 3-time world championship. Forget the money. At the end of the day, this is what I want people to remember about me. I want them to remember that I'm a man of confidence. We never question that about the champ. He wants us to remember him as a man of conviction, the courage to stand behind his belief. This man never backed down. During the prime of his career, when he could have made more money than ever in the boxing ring, he said, I'm not going to go fight that war, but you can send me to jail or you can kill me now. He was a man of dedication, giving all of his energy to his efforts. He was a man of giving. Some people criticized him. He said, Muhammad, you're too generous. He never said no to anybody. He gave and gave and gave. He was a man of respect. No matter where you walked in life, whether it was Sam the shoeshine man or some billionaire that thinks he's important, he treated everybody with respect, but especially for those that had the least. And finally, he was a man of spirituality. He knew that this life was not about him. It was about something bigger than him. He knew he was just a piece of the puzzle, but his piece of the puzzle was to make all of us the greatest. So those are his 6 core principles: confidence, conviction, dedication, giving, respect, and spirituality. Now I want you all to do something. We brought, as I said, it's summertime, but I don't want you guys to fall behind other kids that are out learning all summer long. So I've got a homework assignment for you. You'll see some people that have got some cards here, like Kara. See Kara over here? They're going to give one of these to each of the kids in the crowd here. What I want you all to do, I want you to take this seriously. This is your way of respecting the champ. Tonight, before you go to sleep, sit down and write down what's important to you. What do you want to be remembered for in your life? Do you want to be remembered as a lady of compassion? Do you want to be remembered as a young man of respect, of competition, of giving, of dignity, of hospitality, of love? Just write down a couple words. And then I want you to put those words, tape them on your mirror, put them in your pocket, and look at them every day so they become ingrained in your brain. When somebody asks, who are you? You say, I'm a woman of compassion. I'm a young man of love. I'm a teenager of forgiveness. I'm a teacher. I'm a doctor. And then make yourself that through dedication and say, what would Ali do? He would do the work. And if he started his life in this house in Parkland in West Louisville, we can all rise up. When you're too tired, think about the champ. Watch his fight, the Thriller in Manila. In the 15th round, when he hardly could give another breath, and he was up against the bad Joe Frazier. Neither one of them knew if they could get up for that final round. But the champ wobbled up after he gave it all, and he got there and he said, let's fight, sucker. And Joe Frazier looked at him and said, no mas, I am done. I want you guys, when you're in that 15th round and when you think all the odds are against you and when people are telling you you can't do this or you can't do that, you just look at them and you put that twinkle in your eyes like the champ would do and say, I'm getting up off this bench and I'm gonna fight this final fight. And you'll show everybody what the greatness is of Parkland, what the greatness is of West Louisville, and be a model for everybody around this country. Now I want to close with a tribute to the champ. What he would always say, when he built the Muhammad Ali Center, he was a little embarrassed. He said, it's not about me. This is about a celebration of humanity. But Muhammad Ali came to represent for all of us the possibilities in our life. So I want all you young folks right here to think about yourself as the 3-time heavyweight champion of the world, whether it's in the boxing ring, on the dancing ring, in the operating room, in the kitchen, wherever it might be. And I want you to channel the inner Ali and repeat after me as loud as we can hear so the champ can hear us in heaven. Sing, yell, I am Ali. 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 I am Ali.